this episode, we are going to learn how to deal with multicast on a wand, since it is a very tricky topic, and I still don't really have a full grasp on it, so hopefully I can enlighten you a little bit more into either finding out for yourself or learning how to cope with making multicast wands into god wand. There's a little stigma. You need the best wand possible to get anything done. That is not entirely true. You can make pretty much any wand into a god wand, and I'm going to try and sway your minds and open up all sorts of possibilities for you. So let's get started. So this first wand, it has a cast delay of 3 seconds. So this is mainly to show off something that I didn't really touch on or put enough information out on, is that chainsaw, based on its position on the wand, will either make it shoot extremely slow. Well, not extremely slow. It's still pretty quick. But the further down the spell chain it goes, or the spell block, since this is casting every spell in here and the mana is only there to make sure that the damage field isn't using all the mana on this wand. So if we move it down one, it'll start firing a little bit faster, and then the fastest. So the position of the chainsaw is very crucial on whether or not your wand's going to fire like this or fire like this. So I needed to reiterate and put that information out there, so when you're building your wands, you know why it's not working like I show in my videos or like I show on stream. For this second one, it is a 7 cast. So it has the same properties as this quadruple on the single cast. So since we have the arrow after, obviously, it's not firing entirely too quick. But if we move it down one, the chainsaw is taking priority on the last cast. So as long as there's a chainsaw at the end of the entire spell block, then it'll shoot as quick as it possibly can. And so it doesn't matter if you move it up there or right there. As long as this chainsaw is right here, that's all that matters. Also, I apologize for not using the spell labs in the dev world. The dev world's pretty laggy, so currently I'm using Cheat GUI and Goki's things for the test dummy, and Cheat GUI obviously to build the wands that I'm working with. Then we get into wands that have pretty poor stats. So this is a 7 cast. That's pretty good. The cast delay is 3 seconds. The recharge time is 1 second. And then the mana and mana recharge are 1. So in theory, we would only be able to fire this with increased mana or a spell that costs 1 mana. To make this wand work, it is extremely strange, but it falls under the same categories as this one. So since we have the chainsaw up here, the last spells are these 4 spark bolts, so it fires something like this. I mean, we made this wand shoot, so that's a plus, right? But we can make it extraordinary. So let's move this chainsaw down. So this wand, with its terrible stats, has been made into something that you can clear probably the entire game with. And another thing to keep into mind is this has a recharge of 1 second. Chainsaw only fixes it by 0.17. So we have 3 chainsaws. That does not equal 1 second. It is wrapping into the chainsaws to get the benefit from them. And it's just such a neat wand that I want to learn more about and get the information out. But for now, is something you can work with and test on your own, and maybe you can teach me, and we'll both benefit from it. And then we get into this wand. Since these are some big booty wands with the prongs sitting out, we have to swap them so we can see what's on our other wand. It is a really bad wand. It has everything the same except for recharge is 3 seconds now. So I got to thinking, if I was to find this wand in the wild and I wanted to make it work, how would I go about that? So we have 2 manas into 3 recharge time, or reduce recharge time. So what reduce recharge time does, the modifier fixes the wand for 0.33 on recharge. So that's the only thing we really need to worry about since we have chainsaws. So with 3-3 from this, and 3-3 from this, and 3-3 from this, that's only fixing it about a second. We'll round up. It fixes it for a second. And then we have the 3 chainsaws. Same thing. This will fix it for 0.17, 0.17. So it is nowhere near 3 seconds. However, it is wrapping into these. So all of these are getting the benefit to fix this wand up. And like I said before, is the chainsaw is not at the very 7th spell. So it fires something like this. And likewise, if we keep moving it down the chain, we get something like that. Sorry that this is just like a complete mind blow, and if it's not really making that much sense, I'll find a different way to approach it and explain it, but I wanted to get this information out there that you can make any wand into a god wand. You just have to be willing to work with the stats. Like, you have to have enough materials, you have to have enough reduced cast time, reduced recharge time. Like, if you have the materials to fix a wand, you can fix any wand. So, yeah, I will make a little shuriken shotgun kind of wand right now, and we'll test it on this dummy and end the video there. All right, as you can see, I've finished building this shuriken shotgun wand, and let's see how it fires. So this is the build in case anyone wants to give it a try or use this as example. So it has 3 cast delay, 3 recharge time, 1 mana, and 1 mana recharge. So you would never look at this wand and think it has the capabilities of doing anything close to this. But we have fixed it, and this is purely possible. Like, you just have to be willing enough to work with wands and struggle through and learn how they function, and then you can make anything possible. But as always, have a wonderful evening, noon, and night. Goodbye.